Okay, so if I did my counts correctly, I still need like 28 jokers to... Oh, that's stats, not collection. We can go in here, and I guess we can have a quick look. I'm gonna basically speed through this so fast that nobody can actually count, because... But I guess I just want to go and take a look at one of these in particular and say, this card is not real. I have seen Glass Joker the absolute least out of any Joker in the game, and part of that is because I don't usually play Glass cards, but even when I do play Glass cards, it just decides that, like, I've got some sort of disease or something. It is nowhere to be found. So, let's hope for a little bit more luck this time. Although, again, there's going to be a lot of me, like, resetting the very beginning of the game and hoping for some good runs here, especially when the game decides, as usual, that it doesn't know what a fucking jack is. Clearly, I need to go for the easier hands to grab, which will be stuff like flushes and full houses, like this. I don't want to leave here with less than $7 is a big part of it, which is why I threw out, like, hey, yeah, I could probably have gotten through that easily. I mean, it's just the first one. I'm taking this even though it's not necessarily ideal because we don't have a gold stamp on it yet. And if we can get a gold sticker on this, I mean, I'll be happy. If we get something out of this show, I'll be not upset about that. That's right, it doesn't know Jack. It tells me anytime a run goes badly, it goes, press all the keys you want. It's not going to do jack shit. Wait, that's a reference to... I haven't had good luck with this, so I think at this point, bottom of the barrel might be acceptable. Do I take this? Unfortunately, it's eternal, which makes it kind of a waste of a slot for a lot of the game. So I'm gonna skip out on that, and I'm gonna hope for just getting some good planet cards that exist anyway. Yeah, just go for the full house. That should cover our points need here. It's early yet. And this thing actually does pretty good work for the value. Did I get 3D Send on time? I did not. But to be fair, I'm not going to really get to it for a while anyway, I don't think. So I feel like it'll be okay if I come back for it in like the summer or something. By which point, I probably should have at least finished one longer game on my list of longer games. Well, I can think of a lot of better ways, like not. Zelda 2 is painful. That's a bit of a hard game. And I mean, I already play a lot of hard games, so like, do I need to be more confused by Zelda 2? If the answer is yes, well, I mean, that sort of happens, doesn't it? We can do this. I don't really need that lover's card. We're not really playing much to any sort of concern about suit. Oh, hey, there's our first 4 of a kind, which we should be getting more easily, because we do have 6 kings in the deck. So, in theory, those are a little bit more viable. I mean, not really, but that's why it's just a theory. You can take that and skip, and any goodies in here? We've got a cryptid, and we do have a king, so no skip for us in that one. We'll take the not getting a +3 buff there. I think this is recover from a bull, you know, we should be able to deal with it, is what I'm saying. Complete with the descending sunglasses and everything, right? Right. God, I think about it, and that the deal with it sunglasses, that's so old. Holy crap. Yeah, I'll take this. I've got a feeling that I'm going to have some problems with it at some point in the not too distant future, but it'll be worth a crack for the moment. And yeah, skip that. None of those cards are valuable. Save that. Hopefully we can round the round out with a little bit of cash here. Gotta stop messing with that thing. Ugh. It's a case of my copy of Sonic Adventure 2 Battle that is just sitting on the desk. Because I haven't put it away. Because the game is still in my GameCube. But I have a problem with just like anytime there's anything over here, I'll just start messing with it with my hands. As one occasionally does. Now, I don't really want to Ouija this because I have 2 kings in hand and I'm not guaranteed to get a king in return. So instead, I'll just transfer a random value there and skip the other. I'll take that. Because that's slowly turning into our main hand at this point. Now we get into no repeat hand types. Oh, I didn't even realize that was a straight. Wow. I'm not paying super attention here. You stop that. I mean, job feels like an appropriate description here because this feels like fucking work. Yeah, just keep rolling on the fours of a kinds here, and we'll be able to get away with that, I think. Probably. Jumping to 5 and making that like a mainstay of our play is something that feels like it's going to cause us some problems, ultimately. Now, is it not showing the emote? Because of reasons. I don't know. Do this. Do this. Alright, just keep pushing for that more kings here. Come on. I don't want to waste the cryptid on a king, as much as that's not a waste. But I would love to copy that. But unfortunately, the game has kind of made up its mind for me. Okay, so that's odd, because it's not showing it in the chat. Even with me going over here and, like, seeing if things are up to date, is it because they updated Twitch chat, or possibly Frankerface Z got upgraded, or God help you, downgraded somehow? I don't even know. This isn't a great pack. Well, we didn't really have great cards there anyway, so meh. Yeah, just keeping the pair as a backup and having that get low. I didn't discard enough cards there, but that's fine. I think this still probably gets us not quite across the finish line. Our level on that is not high enough yet. Either that or this is just not pulling the weight yet. Could go either way. Anyway, technology is weird, and our next boss is a no discard one, so all I can say to that is fuck. That's irritating. But I could use this green Joker to some effect, probably. This is just like a... Huh, now that's really odd. I mean, I guess on some level I'd be like not completely surprised if it got removed. Just because the internet hates fun now in various forms. Like, I don't know, somebody who's too wallet-brained or something is like, oh yeah, Dan, you got to get rid of the dicks emote from Frankerface Z because we can't mention penises or the people who own MasterCard will get mad at us. Which is not completely false from what from how that stuff is. Yeah, I can hold this because the way this is set up right now, if I'm able to draw something else during the next shop that I think does not suck entirely, I'll be able to hex it. It won't be destroyable by that, and so we'll be able to keep this Joker stencil. Or we could hopefully start drawing into Onks. Or this pack could just have a cryptid, and that's it. Well, FML. So much for any good pulls. This is like when I'm playing any sealed event in a trading card game. Is just good boosters. What's even the... Not that that's even a thing that happens to me when I'm doing things like the regular, you know, a more regular format there. Hey! Finally, I can skip, actually, because that Pluto is not going to add enough strength. And I think this still maths out to being higher, so far anyway. Unfortunately, this does mean that using Ankh, if I find it in a pack, is not as good of a choice. But I can still use that for some quick cash. Go in here, insta-skip. Midas Mask is probably not worth right now, because that will just weaken our Jokers. As yet again, I realize that I've bamboozled myself into playing an entire game so far with things that don't matter. No, the Ankh just clones the... Not quite, so... I mean, I guess unless you sold something earlier, then only on a technicality. What it does do, however, is hurt you if you play a land... Oh. Wrong game. Never mind. A thing that I feel I should mention, by the way, is that there is actually a challenge mode for this where you play with no Jokers. I have never done that. I don't even think I have that unlocked yet, because you'd have to go through the entire challenge tree and, like... Yeah. Take the money. Well, there's a good start. Just throw that out and immediately hope I... Yeah, that gets across. Because this is starting to get kind of cranked up decently. Now, some of these are... At the very least, I do like that this sort of streamlines my play a little bit, because it's like, oh yeah, planet packs? What the fuck can I get out of that? Just quick skip. Thus the challenge is... I mean, yeah, there's that part too. Literally unwinnable, literally unplayable. Yeah, just open, skip, get your boost, and go. Oh, I would fail that for, like, anything that had a requirement like that. Ugh. Ugh. Not happening. Just enter and immediately fail. It would be... Well, it would be funny is what it would be, but I digress. This is getting fairly easy. Yeah, see, at least it didn't then decide to feed me two jumbo packs, or the mega packs, pardon me, because those are a little bit more of an issue. Boss from that chess roguelike. Yeah, but I don't remember what that was like, other than an odd choice, to put it nicely. Okay, yeah, sure. I'll just keep turning these packs into $11. I probably did. I know I have the VOD somewhere on YouTube, at least. Let's take that. Just permanently upgrade a card in my deck somewhere. Converts all cards in hand to a single random rank. Nah. I can do Paradolia and make this next boss an absolute train wreck, but I think that might be a bad idea. Here we go. Here's our planet card boosts. Eventually the game will just be like, yeah, you know what? Fuck off. This is... You're being a real tryhard here, buddy, with your two jokers and nothing else. To which my response will be like, to be fair, yeah, a little bit. It's our technically strong... Well, we'll take that because that's good. Ah, we missed the obvious two pair there. Well, dang. I could hold that. I could hold on to that Wraith for a bit, and that would ultimately just kind of be a terrible idea. Skip. Buffoon Pack. Slightly gross. Pillar is our next boss. That's fine. I think we'll be able to ultimately still make this work. Like, yeah, we'll lose out on some chips. We'll hash it out. It'll fix itself probably. Duplicate that, I guess. Buy the Justice. I should have bought that beforehand. I could have had multiple glass cards in the deck, and it would not contribute any increased odds of me getting the Glass Joker. Which, as we've alluded to, does not exist. I was waiting for the card to shatter immediately. I've seen what my luck in this game usually is, and that is what I would completely expect at any moment. It's just, whoops, nothing for you. Yeah, see, look at how many more points we score when our cards actually are allowed to have get us points. Oh, I probably did at one point, but I don't remember what the context is, because there had to have been some sort of context there of me just being like, well, something specific about it. I mean, obviously we can say for sure that the way the internet reacted to it was incorrect. It's a Sonic game. People on the internet always act completely out of pocket when it comes to anything to do with Sonic. Like, oh yeah, just hey, this game with this weird blue animal in it, and then they follow up with responding with the most deranged possible. Tale as old as time. That I'll buy the Judgment and hold on to it. And still not get to the sort of level that I'm looking for. Here, just try to push a little harder for a 5 of a kind, maybe? Oh, I did a full house earlier. Yeah, take a no score on that one. There we go. There's our 5 of a kind. I'm holding this in case the final boss is the leaf. Because then I can just pop it and use it at the time. No, it's that one. Well, alright then. That's... Just, I wonder if I'll be strong enough to deal with that. I sure hope so. Oh boy, I can upgrade Flush. That's not even a hand I've played this go at, like, all. So this can probably be activated and then sold for optimum amount of monetary gain here. Activate. Ooh, oh, that's fun. I think that's still a better setup in terms of points. I mean, granted, we're about to win with, like, no bonuses here whatsoever, but... Interesting. And by bonuses, I mean no gold stamp. No new gold stamp, because... The way this goes, yeah. Any new gold stickers just kind of don't exist sometimes. Unless you're very, very lucky. That... Hey, that's what I was looking for. Thank you, game. Throwback has no boost. Take another money card. Boost 5 of a kind. Take that. Not really much of a reason to do this, but sure. Give me the double tag. That does not matter anyway. Each played 9 of diamonds. That is a little bit crap. But I guess it would be a new thing. Unfortunately, no go. Let's just roll from here. Well, that seems to be a pretty easy fix. I'm not sure if we're going to have enough to get through this, but it's not like I'm not trying. It's more a matter of whether or not I'm doing, but Alright, come on, just draw me a king. There we go. It's a win. Unfortunately, it's not a good win, but we got over the finish line. And we can hear the chipmunk voice, Jimbo, because why not? Oh, I just wanted to see if I would get mocked with a glass joker at the very end, but no, it's just Turtle Bean, which Turtle Bean is one of the small number of jokers we don't have any stamp on whatsoever, because I just don't see it at the very end most of the time, so... Alright, what can you do for me, game? You can give me this garbage. That's always fun. Well, hey, there's one of our glass sixes, which... Yeah, that's gonna be our easy ticket out of here. Probably. Yeah. And no smash. That's pretty good. Even better if there wasn't a double smash, which is what I was absolutely expecting to happen. But the game decided to not be an asshole for once, which, you know, out of this game, that's kind of a shock. I'll take it, though. Alright. Hang those two. And off we go. I was really hoping that the game would draw me something else here that I could actually use, but nope, it gives me a great start and then takes it all away from me. Well, I shouldn't really be surprised, and truth be told, I don't believe I am. Because at this point, I've played enough of this game that I know that it's an asshole. Yet speedrunners who believe their games are sentient, well, I think this one's pretty damn close. I mean, not literally, but there is that sort of part of your brain a little bit that goes, well... Also, massive, massive fuck you, game, for giving me 2 rental off of those 2 uncommon tags. And the hits just keep coming. I can't even begin to express my disgust with this game. There are times when it's just kind of the worst. There's no way out of that one. So, yep. All right, come on, show me the justice card. No. No justice. But we can take those. And we'll strengthen them up to aces. And move forward. And probably not see either of them during this next round. Well, I mean, there's 2 random aces. Hey, come on, just try to push for some sort of big combo with these. There we go. That should do it for us. No pings. I was really hoping for the money, because that would help out massively. Hey, zero cost shop. All right. Anything good in here? And the answer is fuck no. But I'll take that anyway. Hmm. I'd have to look at that at some point. If I remember. I probably won't, actually, but... I don't remember anything anymore. What's our boss for this? Oh, it's the Flint. So, I think this'll proc every hand in that boss, though, which is great if we can get out of there, which, you know, that part might be a bit of a tricky play. Ah, good. Wait, is that... Didn't... Is that the time the boss, like, self-destructed, basically? It just kind of fuck this shit I'm out at as soon as the round started? Because that seems familiar. Take the money. And take the money. And continue, as always, to get, like, no jokers here at all. I'm getting jonkled with pretty fucking hard here. This game is making me a little bit, well, it's making me feel the exact same thing as usual, to be honest with you. This is it. Video gaming of the future. Honestly, it's basically the same as video gaming of the past. Sure, let's take that, and we could push for Ancient Joker flushes. At the very least, there's like one big upside here to dealing with this, which is that I can just mine this fight for a little bit of cash. Or I can get out of it immediately, so never mind. Not as much mining as I was hoping I would be able to get done, but also, like, do you think I'm going to complain about that? About just an instant freebie like that? Fuck no. Tragically, though, the needle does not get me free money for Matador. That is a bit of a shame. Oh, I see. Yeah, he would clip something like that, wouldn't he? I know that guy, so yeah, just... He absolutely would do something like that, is all I can say in this instance. Alright, show me something less bad, game. I said less bad, but okay. Okay. And we'll just keep holding that magician until we get to the needle. It might have been because, to be honest with you, that was so incredibly goofy that would have been a thing that I would really want as a clip. Well, no ancient joker for us. Let's at least get that, so that makes this free enough. Good job, lucky cards. You actually kind of worked for me. Well, that's neat. Interesting to see that in negative. Create a random glass card and create a random steel card, I guess. I probably should just be focusing more on the lucky cards. They seem like they do things for us. And those things are honestly not that much, but just enough to get us places. And to be perfectly honest with you, sometimes that's all you need. Granted, I really wish they would do the money ping instead, but realistically, I shouldn't have any expectations of that at that point. Ooh, Lucky Cat. Yes, this is a build I can agree with. Unfortunately, it is also a build where there are absolutely no non-gold seals here. So there's a very high chance that this is just going to be one of those kind of runaway runs, and yet I'm still just going to be like, wow, this was a waste of my time. The game can just throw you the entire game in your lap, and you'll just be like, well, fuck. Oh, I get it. Hey, how's it going, Roundy? Oh, that's the nicest I've had out of any Lucky Cat triggers for a very long time. Got a big chunk of cash there. Game, do you know what Glass Joker even is? And yes, I do have a glass card in there. Oh, I didn't need to do that other reroll. Ah, well. What do you want? Spades? I could do that, or I could just start going straight for more aces. Well, you know what? That works. Move the threes. You stop that. Wait. Yay! No procs, but okay. I mean, Lucky Cat is already pulling more weight than the Matador is, so that's kind of to be expected. I'm saying that almost as if it's like, oh yeah, well that's something that is of note. No, it really isn't. But Matador was our first free Joker, and it was an endless. So, you know, we just kind of have to make do sometimes with this game being such an absolute rude bastard. Yeah, let's at least take the plays on those, because if we can start buffing this dude a little bit. You have never used Glass Joker even once. That is entirely fair. I want to say that I've only ever picked it up like maybe 3 times at most, and only ever won around with it once. It is very, very difficult to do. I have heard before that if you are able to destroy glass cards using the Hanged Man or trading card, that counts. I am unable to confirm, but supposedly that is the case. Like, maybe it's just wishful thinking, or the person who edited the wiki that I got that off of is a fucking idiot. Apparently, though, it doesn't work with spectral cards, which I feel like the amount of data that was gathered there does sort of have this kind of psychological effect of like, oh yeah, maybe they actually did manage to pull that off and demonstrate it, but no video or anything, obviously. What do you expect out of anyone on the internet? Actual proper journalism? Well, I respect the amount of high expectation there, you know? But not likely. I've been on the internet for an amount of time that is large. Unfortunately, as much as I'd love to kind of go fuck it, we ball and try to get more Lucky Cat buffs there, that seems like a good way to die. So let's try to avoid doing that, right? That would be, you know, the smart play is not dying. Take that, though. That seems quite helpful. All right, now play as few cards as possible here, even though it would be a good idea to, like, start filtering the deck harder, but... Okay, so... I think I can just do this and leave the 2 of clubs there and know that diamonds are the last suit. Hey, very nice. Unfortunately, less nice is the fact that we just did not get what we needed here, so... Time to die? Yeah, time to die. Oh well. I'm not particularly surprised. I just was extremely hopeful that I could have gotten out of there. Yeah, give me that $1. Thank you, shopkeeper. Yeah, I'll take a reflective burglar to start with. Yep. That was a penny, all right. It surprised me a little bit to hear the noise. Just sits here eating this chocolate coin. Wait. Yep, go ahead and boost that as we are once again entering the realm of high card. That's right. As always, it's time to accidentally pivot to high card at the drop of a hat. Eventually, I might need to get that checked out. Now, this time's a little bit tough because I don't have any other jokers to boost me, so I just gotta basically get out of this one pretty much by the skin of my teeth. Because the hook won't let me actually build properly. That is not permissible. Thank you very much, game. I am so glad. Strength those kings away, and go in here. Oh, of course. I got 5 aces in the game's like, by the way, I don't know what those are. Well. Oh well. I'll hang on to that for a bit. Because that should help me get a little bit out of the crappy score if the game doesn't somehow bury all of my face cards at the very bottom of my deck, which it could do. Again, this is kind of like any other time that I play any sort of TCG. The game will sometimes just be... You'll just sometimes have no luck, and it'll just be like, oh yeah, by the way, all the cards you want are glued to the bottom of your fucking deck. And you'll just be sitting there like, well... Speaking of well, I guess we're playing Madness now. Don't know what else to do, so I guess I'll just fucking go insane, you know? That's about how I tend to approach well, not... That sounds like something worrying if I say it that way, but, I mean... Listen, the world sucks, and it's not good for one's mental health, is what I'm saying right now. Ooh! Oh, that would be really good if only it was eternal. This thing can kiss my ass. I'm not doing that. Game, you are absolutely taking the... I don't know. I kind of ran out of words and other weird noises to make about that sort of thing. Right, we're looking for a large number of aces. They do exist. Santa? Wait. Sorry. Can you believe they've been using that commercial for, like, decades? I certainly can. Corporate cheapskates. Anyway. Right now, I'm just kind of thinking, yeah, this may have run out of steam pretty quickly. Mostly by virtue of I didn't really see a lot of things that would buff my high card. And that is one of the things that I think you need the most to be able to actually do a proper burglar run. Because you'll be playing it a lot. There was no... I mean, there was a green Joker, but it was going to get lost as soon as I entered into the round where I died anyway, so that kind of doesn't matter that much. However, we can get out of here with $7, so perhaps we will come across a halfway decent something in here. I'm not even going to chance anything. I'm going to take the pants. And we are going to start building those and use that as a core. And my hope is that we run into something else that I can run with this that I haven't won with before. Because I think the pants could probably carry us through a run if I was able to draw consistency, but consistency is not really a thing that this game has ever proven that it wants me to be able to have. I'll take the banana for now. I probably should not, actually, but when you get the banana, you have a chance of it dying. And while I do already have a gold stamp on Cavendish, it is too powerful for me to pass up, really. Hit the road. Hit the road is not something we're built up to at this particular point, but it is a Joker we haven't won with yet. So I'm going to pick it up. Although that is like one of those things that's kind of slightly worrying, right? Like, oh, hey, I picked up a Joker that is very hard to use for a payoff that's not always huge. This might turn into a problem very quickly. I could just start pulling all the death cards out of all of the Arcana packs and slowly turn my deck into jacks. In theory. In practice, it'll never happen, but that's a whole other story. Now, I don't have long left on this banana, but I want it to die, so I'm going to buy the Oops All Sixes, and I'm going to hope that that does me a solid. All right, come on, eat the banana. Damn it! I got one more shot to get this thing eaten. Otherwise, it just gets debuffed and sits there, being useless. Come on. No! Damn. Oh, well. This thing is going to end up just becoming dead weight, I'm sure. It's all right. I might be able to work on just building something out of this for now. Yeah, just keep going for now. Hey, do you want to actually click that, please, mouse? Otherwise, what have I installed you for at all? That would be very silly. I'm continuing to hold this just in case, like, temperance cards show up, basically. Otherwise, it is kind of useless. Speaking of useless, hi, Obelisk. Yeah, another of those jokers that Reddit just constantly gasses up that is like, no. No, no, no. That's like the worst bit that anybody has ever done, which is saying quite a lot, really. Now I get to sit here with a handful of absolute garbage, just completely awful. This is the only thing that does anything, and it's exactly one slot of my entire inventory. Well, no, I guess maybe the hit the road will do a little bit of something this time. Buy that. This Mad Joker is not going to last very long, so it's not quite the winning play here, unfortunately. Ah, of course. I see that 4 of a kind game. I know that that doesn't count as 2 pair. I know what you're doing, and it's a load of shit, frankly. Buy that. Aura is strong, but I'm going to re-roll to try to get an actual Joker, and that is almost an actual Joker. It vaguely resembles a real Joker. In terms of texture and taste and, like, smell, I guess. Hey, no insta-shatter. I'm surprised by that. Sell the oops all 6s. Oh, hey, look, it's another banana. Sell that. Because Jolly Joker is an actual card slot. That, compared to the 4 fingers that we had there, I will definitely play the Jolly Joker. Because 4 fingers does not help us with this current build. Yes, got eaten immediately. I mean, it's kind of a pain because now I have to find a replacement, but I can just do this for now. I can move that over to hit the road if necessary. And have some more aces in the deck because why not? Oh, you are unfortunate, game. And by game, I mean specifically the burglar. Apparently. Yeah, don't go for it until we're pretty sure that we've got to win, because otherwise the fish is kind of a not a great place to be when we have Ride the Bus. And we're not playing Abandoned Deck. 6 cents. While we have a whopping standard 4 6s in the deck. And it's eternal. Yeah, I think no is probably the correct answer there. If it wasn't endless, I might have given it some consideration. Because under the right circumstances, it's not completely worthless. I mean, it has a shelf life for sure, but it's usable under the right circumstances. And once I know what those are, I'll let you know. Unfortunately, this blueprint is not gonna last. I'll suck that up pretty quick. Kana, give me a little bit of cash. And these are not what I'm looking for. There we go. That's what I was hoping to use that medium for. Of course. Then immediately draw crap with it. That's a shame, but it's also realistically probably the exact thing I should have expected. Well, there goes our glass card. Was that our only glass card in the deck? Yes. So I guess that's no glass joker for this run. But honestly, I think at this point that was probably the most likely outcome anyway. Was that we were not going to get that. Now, I could take the money, but I'm instead going to just convert more of our face cards into jacks. Because, hey, if I'm not going to use them anyway, I may as well turn them into something that's, like, vaguely usable. Which, now that I say that, that doesn't really make sense. That word order was just kind of... that collapsed on itself pretty badly. I know that all of you were really champing at the bit to be the one to say it, but I got there before you did. Ha ha ha. All right, now sell this immediately, because then that can introduce it back to the shop. Blackboard. That is strong but incredibly unwieldy, so I'm going to skip it. Because I know that that thing will tell me to take a hike at the worst of provocations. Baron is not something we are built to play whatsoever. This is doing me a bit of a concern here. I think this is probably the end of the road for it. Well, it got pretty close. No, I haven't considered that at all, Brian. Besides, even if I had, we all know what this game's sense of humor is, right? You've played enough of this to know that this game will point and laugh at you for just thinking that you had a chance of setting something up that you wanted, but nope, the game's just nope, no sense of humor whatsoever. I forgot to-do list was still purple stamped. All right, so what is our... Let's do this and try to fish for a 5. Yeah, like I said, no sense of humor on this game. There we go. That's better. That's more in line with what we're looking for anyway. Nice. Managed to get the $4 twice and still get out of there somehow. Incredible. Also incredible, the complete lack of jokers in this shop. Wow. All right, game. I get it, I think. I don't get it at all, actually. Never mind. Disregard what I said previously. Sure, I'll pick this up. I'll probably regret it, but I'll pick it up anyway. And see, we'll start off by doing a little bit of that. Yeah, because of where we're at, those multipliers are not worth a whole lot yet, so... However, in theory, it's gonna build up toward something. I'm really stretching a little bit of my anything here. This, yeah, especially... Oh... this game really doesn't want to see me succeed whatsoever. Maybe I am genuinely making, like, worse choices or something, though, which is probably true. 3 of a kind. Okay. I'll skip for the negative, which, as always, is probably, like, a little bit buffoonish, because we all know that those things don't actually exist in terms of, like, anything good you can get out of them. Oh, shit. I thought this was a suit debuffed. Because I was thinking just based on the color, and I am an idiot. So I had to pull out of that one because I was dead. I was super dead. That's just, nope. Sure, sure. All right, we'll take both of these, and I'll probably end up dumping that one at some point, because Jimbo doesn't add a lot, even though him being foil means that's a pretty good roll compression slot. That's still not like a powerful Joker or something. Oh, that's so close to a straight flush, but not quite. Hey, Banana's dead. That means we can find the upgraded banana immediately. Yes. That's pretty good. I love it when a plan comes together by complete accident. It's actually far funnier when it happens by complete accident, really. Yeah, see, even my crappy toss-off hand is almost enough to get us out of here. Oh, if I ever play DK64 to 200%. Oh god. Oh, if it was 200%, I'd probably be even more pissed off about it no matter what, but if I ever play DK64 101% on stream, that's probably about how I'm going to feel. Oh, dead. Nah. I have been kind of considering this idea of, like, making a list of, like, torture games. If I get to a particularly good amount of sub points, which is not likely to happen, but still. It would... I think DK64 101% would absolutely be on there. Kong gone wrong. Oh my god. Fucking. Oh, how long have we been referencing that, sir? Like a very long amount of time. Oh boy. Just thanks a fucking lot, Mulder man. Wherever you are, dealing with your family issues. These aren't really suiting what I am doing here, but I'll pick up the Fibonacci and I'll hold on to it for a little bit. Because it might accidentally just get a few stray procs just from me setting up hands. Because it lands on so many values. Yeah, like this, just, oh, oops, most of your hand accidentally procs it. I'm not even trying for that. Sometimes it just fucking happens. And I don't really have a whole lot that I can do with that. Instead, I'm just gonna move on, and we're gonna have a quick look at where those are. So that one, okay. It's by rank. That's by suit. So these two, I'm assuming, are clubs. Because they can't be spades because it goes black, red for suit colors when you sort by suit. Don't know why that is, but I'm very glad for it. There's probably somebody out here who knows something like, oh, well, in poker notation, it's some sort of... And I'll just be like, huh? All right, I'll take your word for it. All right, well, we're leaning clubs, I guess. Okay, then. Okay! To keep up all the DK64 jokes at this point. What's our smallest number of... All right, well, spades. That one gets the wild card. Take the money. I probably should be taking that justice, that way I can get glass cards going and theoretically get to a possibility of glass joker showing up. But I'll worry about that later. Like, after this point, I certainly don't need to worry too much about money, I guess, unless I were to go hard into bull bootstraps. I'll hold on to this until it actually runs out. Oh, hello, negative ride the bus. This is going to be very awkward to play around, but perhaps we'll be able to get into some luck like this. This'll happen. Move that thing all the way down so that way we can think about it as little as possible. And just be like, yeah, if it happens, it happens. That deja vu is no longer of too much. Well, I can use it on a lucky card. That's a good use for it. I'll take the satellite so I can resell it. Green Joker? Okay, yeah, sure. Let's get stupid. Let's get real stupid. At this point, I mean, that's kind of how things are going anyway. But thankfully, we haven't started actually scoring off of that, so we can take some discards. And I can do that. Yoink. Go in here. Show me one of the lucky cards so that way I can immediately... Nah, damn. Oh, well, I'll show you something fun I can do with that Deja Vu seal is I can do that. Yeah. That means that it will proc twice. Because it counts even for things that are not scored. It counts for things that are in your hand. Yeah, left card to right card, so make sure you press those correctly with death. You don't be an idiot. Come on. At least not like that. And we'll pick up an egg. Because it'll fill some space for us. Ooh, wow, that is nowhere near even a win for us. Oh, well. That's gonna get us a Pluto. Oh, yeah. That's absolutely what I'm looking for here. Well, each 9 of clubs played. So here's the thing. That might actually happen. And the egg is not doing anything of use for me. Oh, hey, look, there's a 9 of clubs. I mean, if you insist, game, I'll actually be able to have idle proc. Holy shit, it's a real Joker now. Wow. Absolutely incredible. I mean, granted, it's... Well, now it's each played Jack of Clubs, which I don't want to do. I mean, it's only +8, but... Even so... that ain't it, Chief. That ain't it. Let's do a little of that. God, if we're doing stuff like that, this would be a good time to have Mime. But I already have a gold sticker with Mime, so I'm not like pushing myself too hard to go for that. Sure, the king can get molted as well. Why not? Not that I'm going to use it anytime soon, but hey. It's there. Oh yeah, it's played Queen of Hearts. Just, as always, just watch me back myself into a corner of a build that doesn't allow me any space to actually pick up the thing that I'm looking for, even if I could. Oh well, take a moon. Go in here. Change those. Delete those. One quick reroll. Heck yeah, that's actually some pretty fantastic tarot cards that we found there. Nice. Each played 2 of clubs. Well, that's interesting, but I don't know if I got a 2 of clubs. It's like, do I even have a 2 of clubs? And I, shockingly enough, I mean, the way this is gone, there's a fair reason for me to be like, I don't have one of those fucking things. Are you kidding me? Because by now, I could have given it up. Is that worth plus 14? That's actually a really good incentive to not do that now. All right. Well, I'm a little bit fucked on this no matter what, because I'd have to draw another 2 clubs if I did this, and there's every chance to say that I won't. So as much as I'd love to keep that blue seal, and also keep my ride the bus bonus, we're going to have to abandon it and just barely get out of there by the skin of our teeth. Ooh. Ooh, that is gross. It's all right. That's the wall up there, brother. So, of course, it's not a great time. You know what I can do here real quick? Not that. I can do a flush house. That should at least get me a nice chunk of points. Not as nice as I thought it would be, but that's okay. It could just be from a complete lack of any sort of things happening with the aces. And I got to use my blue seal on the hand that I would actually rather use it on. I have 1 glass card in here, so I can go for it, and in fact, I'm gonna crack this Mega Buffoon pack in the absolute clown shoes hope that maybe I could have seen it. I'm not entirely sure why I bothered, come to think of it, but there was a chance, right? There was a chance. Unfortunately, the game is also giving me a lot of hands where I just have to keep discarding and weakening my green Joker buffs. But sometimes you get absolutely nothing. Nice, we got the 20 bucks. It just, I was gonna say it might not matter. We might not make it out of here. But no, we thankfully managed to get out. Who's our boss here? The Serpent. Okay. So that's livable. Hey, there's the Ankh that could have been fun that one round earlier today, but not so much anymore. Nice. Now, are we going to be able to get out of here to take advantage of that money? And that's where I think the answer is going to be not fucking likely. All right. Good enough. Again, we're losing that plus 10 mult, but we're surviving and we're getting a planet card out of the deal. And I'm not sure if I'm quite going to be able to beat the final boss here. Let's see what we're up against. Cerulean Bell. Okay. Take that. Not really feeling any of those. As much as I would love to have the mime, I don't have space for it. I can't really justify that very well. And yet I'm just going to keep re-rolling through most of the rest of the shop like a fool here. Erase those. I'll hold the Queen of Clubs just in case, because it might have to be an escape route. Ooh, wow. Oh. I got away with that. All right. Well, I did get my planet card, so that's excellent. I go in here. We're looking for another one. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. All right. Gotta leave that alone for now. Thing on the desk. Of course, I'm really bad at not touching the thing on the desk, but, you know. Each played 6 of clubs. There's a couple of 6s of clubs in here. It's like, wait, do I have a 6 of clubs? It would be very weird if I didn't, but again, the way a run like this goes, it's not like it's necessarily super weird for that to happen. Take that. Okay, we're going to be a little bit crazy here, and we're going to hope against hope that I can actually pull that one off, because I haven't been in a situation where I've had Luchador during a final boss in a very long time, period. And let's spend up the rest of our money. Or spend down, I suppose, as the case may be. Yeah, nothing else here that is going to make this, like, a super easy win. Alright, come on. I didn't want to throw any of my good cards. But it really does kind of want to make this a congressional issue, huh? Alright, go for it. That was pretty solid. Can't lie. Discard, and yeah, I'm just gonna have to lose one of my clubs. All right, now I was gonna say just don't select that, and I'm probably good. I think I might need a little bit of a prayer here, but let's go for it. Come on. Just get me out of here. Yes. All right. And that's +2. Those are some pretty tough cards to have actually gotten to the end. First of all, I don't see very many Luchador, and second of all, the idol is a little bit too unwieldy. It's one of those sort of like, oh yeah, this is powerful if you get it in your magical Pixie Land deck, right? Okay, game. That's really funny. This is the one I wanted to get for a long time, and it's just like, by the way, you won the game, so we're going to show it to you in the shop right afterwards. Oh. Oh. Guys, I think that, like, there's part of me that's just sort of imagining that Local Thunk just has, like, a very special keypad somewhere, and, like, every once in a while he'll just pull up a run, and it'll be like, that person really wants that thing, let's mess with them. Obviously, this is, like, super duper not true. It's a bit. Like, I don't want anybody to come in here who's like, oh, well, no, that doesn't make sense for such and such a reason. Just come on. This is too funny. This is the absolute pinnacle of Balatro being exactly what it is. Well, I'm looking forward to waiting several months to see that card again. And I hope you all are looking forward to several more months of me streaming this game to see if I ever see that card again. Just... yes, the groundhog has seen its shadow. And its shadow was shaped suspiciously like a middle finger. So I'll take the Cloud9 over the Lusty Joker. Just because the econ could actually help us out quite a bit. This could give us more 9s. It did not, but it could have. At this point, I will absolutely do some, like, really bizarre things. See if they work. Because why not? The game has already kind of given me the gift that, well, was really, really funny. If I have to take an immediate reset on this one, that's fine. And I'm taking an immediate reset on this one. That's fine. Oh, hey, there's that thing again. We're not doing that anytime soon. Drunkard. +1 discard each round is pretty good, so why not? Unfortunately, this is one of those things that I think is probably kind of hard to carry to the end of a run just by virtue of the fact that it doesn't, like, give you score bonus or anything. I mean, now it gives us the 1.5x mult, but originally, discards will only get you so much. Take a Sly Joker, take a Mad Joker, and go for those 2-pair and those full houses. Ooh, hologram. It's a pity I can't feed it immediately, but it's quite good. It'll come in handy at some point. Plus, this could be a side way to get to that glass if I can. That's a big if. Hey. Easy Diet Cola. Easy double tag for that. I'm going to save it a little bit instead of using it on the pack down there. That could have been pretty useful, but I like to think I can get something a little better out of it. Because you've got to make those skips really count. All right, buy and hold the Wraith for now. Oh. Oh, this is... So far, everything's coming up Millhouse. I don't want to curse the run yet, but that's pretty good. Okay, yeah, things are... Here's the thing that's not really coming up Millhouse is the fact that I'm not getting more sources of cards yet. Stuntman. I don't think that really works with what I'm trying to do here, so I may have to just tumble into a 2-pair on first hand here, but I think I've got enough chips by a wide margin for the time being. So that I think is going to go. And we're going to crack this open and find something that has a blue seal on it. That is excellent. Going here. Yeah, that's vaguely the strongest card out of there. What's coming up? I'll just keep this for now. That usually has pretty good value by itself, but at this point, not so much. Alright, show me another pair real quick, game. Come on. Well, I think this at least gets us out. Not even close. Well, that's okay. I should have just cut bait on that blue seal. But I was thinking that it could pay off, but unfortunately, not so much. Hey, good. I did get one of the values that I was holding on to. I saw that 7 come up after I discarded 2, and I was like, oh, I picked wrong, didn't I? She chose poorly. Ugh. Ugh. Sell that, get our $4 back. Fine, blue joker. That is actually quite good. Don't spend things we don't need to. Sure, why not? Get back the $1, I guess. Oh, I don't have money for anything right now. That's a problem. This is not a great start, actually. It was funny at first, but I don't think this is going to bear fruit, unfortunately. Not unless I can get a really good pull here. I mean, the game is feeding me plenty of options for chip jokers while I have money, but that side of things is already handled a little bit. Just... Okay, so that's an actual card slot now, so I guess that's... But also, wow, the amount of chip that we have. trading card. Yeah, costing 3 around. It's a little, seems like a little bit of futility in a weird way. Do that. Yeah, I keep moving the mic around because, yeah, I reposition a lot because, well, you can understand why. All right, hope to draw a queen. That will do for us. Buy that and hold it. And yeah, I have a lot of confidence that that is going to end up being one that goes bye-bye. And as you can see, it wasn't misplaced for once. Not entirely. Oh, I get it. I'm trying to remember what his gimmick was in the more gimmicky fights in Punch-Out Wii. Not that I played that one, but I've definitely seen footage of it. I mean, I mentioned Aaron Ryan and his ridiculous thing a couple streams ago, so all right, 36k to overcome here. That is no small amount. Ugh. Sickening. Do I still have I still have another glass. Yeah. Don't need that anymore. I just need to go for that and hope for a good... Nope. As always, you need the RNG, you're not going to get it. That's okay. I was kind of at the end of my rope there. I did not have a good enough build going there. That's all there is to it. Sure, let's go with that. I definitely clicked on that other card there, game, but hey. That's actually fine because it's set up. Oh, excuse me. This should prove to be a little bit funny, maybe, with our Paradolia for business card combo here. That should be a good chunk of cash, hopefully. That's what I'm hoping for, anyway. I mean, we got an amount there for sure. Now I just need something to give me score. And I mean, these do technically do that, but they're not really the things I want right now for that purpose. Let's take a look and get Golden Choker. Ugh. Damn. That is not really going to give us more score. It'll give us money, sure, but I think I'm in good shape with that right now. Yeah, get the fuck out of here, Gold Joker. You actually do not contribute anything useful to this team right now. Wow. Even Steven, that is highly usable. I'll turn those to clubs, I guess, just to do something a little different. Certificate is barely useful here, but barely is still viable. So I did just see that on the 28th, we are getting a couple of Nobunaga's Ambition games. So there's that going on that I know about with regard to Switch Online. Yeah, I mean, not yet. It's the 28th, but still, that's going to be coming up on in the future here. So that's kind of cool. I'm not super familiar with Nobunaga's Ambition, but it's definitely one of those games that I've wanted to check out for a bit. I like how the game is giving me all of my odd number cards, by the way. Just want to put that out there as, like, it's funny how that's shaking. But I could seriously use something a little bit more, well, just useful in general here. Do I have a glass card set in here? I don't yet. So there's no chance of me getting Glass Joker just yet, unfortunately. But I could just get stuff like the banana and, you know, be good to go there. I'll take the fortune teller and draw into a good reason to use it. Nice and quick. All right. Want to show me some other actually good Joker's game? That's a little weak for me right now. Maybe at the end if I have a very strong build. But that's a pretty big maybe. I'm going to do something a little bit nutty here. Because money is not a huge concern at the moment. I kind of need to actually draw things to use with that. I need more tarot cards, or I just need something that's stronger in general as a source of multiplier. And I'm not sure if the game is going to actually give it to me, because as we've established earlier, this game's a bit of a jerk. Ah, yeah, okay. Right. Yeah, those are in the same post. I just, for some reason, my brain was like, yeah, just lump them all in with Nobunaga's Ambition. It's all in a similar grouping. And I mean, I guess similar, but that only says so much. Take our gold card. And play only one hand type this round. Yes, of course. I think I can live on just 2 pairs here. Maybe, if I draw the right cards. Which is always where the real skill comes from, right? And seeing if the game decides to be that rude to you that you're not going to be allowed to move on. Yeah, let's... I've been forgetting to replicate that for more cards off of that, but I don't think I need too many, to be honest with you. Take that. Here. Take a regular pair boost. Because the rate this is going, the way this game likes to treat me, it might be helpful. Oh, reserve parking. That's a funny pair for the business card. Let's go for it. I think that basically is kind of sealing my fate, and skipping that tag would absolutely just do me in for sure, but if I can get out of these, then I will at least have a pretty huge amount of money. Avoid playing anything that won't score. God, I didn't even think about the fact that I already have 6 hands. I probably could have gone for the negative then, possibly. Which would have been quite handy, but not worth the risk, I don't think. Where are all of the tarot cards? They have just disappeared. Like, they do not exist anymore. I don't know what happened. What I do know is that I'm getting a surprising amount of money out of this. This works for that. It's a strategy for that, you know, specific purpose. There we go. Get a little bit of something there. Okay, yeah, unfortunately, I can't put that to use. Can't really do that either, or I ruin my entire, like, 90% of my build. I'll take the Immolate. Which means that I'm willing to just run my entire money out here, basically. Well, somehow that stayed. That's impressive, actually. Yeah, so this is without a doubt the end of the line for us. But it was a very funny goof run while it lasted there, because what a funny and, you know, highly synergistic build if only it had any actual power behind it. No, that comes up just a little bit short. So we're resetting that because of no $7 to leave the first blind with. Let's take the gift card and go with this. This is going to be a bit of a strange one, is all I can say right now, because, yeah. Anything in here? It's all permanent except for this. So, I'm not down with that game. We're going a different route here. A route that doesn't involve that bullshit. Take Mr. Bones as an emergency. Grab the zany Joker because we can probably play to 3 of a kind. At least it'll do for now until later on we have to get something that gives us like actual score. Only one hand type this round, huh? All right. Well, I see we're doing this because the game decided that it doesn't know what 3 of a kind are. So I'm probably dead. In fact, yeah, the way this is going... Yep. Saved by Mr. Bones. Okay. I guess so. Well, that's what it's there for, isn't it? Is so you don't die horribly. At least in theory. That can probably be sold now because I have Supernova. And that'll build itself up nicely. Even with me not going for any 3 of a kind, I can just keep playing pairs and it should build itself. Sell that. Banana. Anything in the Arcana pack? Yeah, we'll buff those 2 jacks. Even though it's probably not a good idea to always be like, hey, yeah, I'm gonna buff 2 cards the same. It's just, it's what I started doing at some point, and now mentally I'm just like, yeah, that's the way you do it. You play the guitar on the MTV. Wait. It's not worth now. $6 or $8 actually. Oops. I can't read. I don't know what numbers are. They're not real. They can't hurt me or something, except for when they frequently can. Especially in this game. Take this and do some of this. Yeah, see, that's propping us up decently. I wish this thing would die, but We already know how that song and dance goes. And it goes like, I don't think that's viable right now. Right, buy that. And move to the next round. Now, thankfully, I haven't had any planets, so the arm doesn't really affect me. Dang it. This banana doesn't want to die. Oh well. Next. Sell that for an amount of money that is shockingly good. As much as it pains me. Ooh, the duo. That is fantastic. It's not better than a super banana would have been, but it's a lot less of a pain in the ass. If I can, I'll try to substitute the raised fist for something stronger, which is really what I should have sold instead of that banana. It's fine. We'll hold on to that. Come on, get me out of here. No, I was not gotten out of here. That fist was actually giving us just enough gas to keep going. That's unfortunate. Ooh. I think we're gonna have enough time to do just one more round. And once again, I'm going to continue to not find the damn glass choker, because I know how this goes. Not that it's going to dissuade me from stopping. Delayed gratification with holograph. There's a chance that we could actually finally beat around with that, I guess. I don't like the way this has shaken out. This at least this is going to get me like some free rounds very quickly. Because of our multiplication up here. It's not great, but I want to play to this, and I wish this didn't run out. This is useful. It's ultimately probably going to end up hindering me, but I'm trying with this very, very hard. All right, now get me out of here. No. Wow, I did my math totally wrong there. That's a shame. I was actually willing to try it, even though I was very upset. I was not trying to rip that run. This one, however, this one can go right in the trash. All right, let's go for it. We'll take the ride the bus here. And as always, it's not necessarily my favorite way to play any deck that's not abandoned, but if it works, it works. And that is a thing that we just have to take once in a while, is just look at our questionable options and go, yeah, we're doing that. All right, it's time to build high card. Because we got both of these. Which means we can do it. So long as the game provides, anyway. Which, admittedly, that can be a bit of a risk. But it's one I'm willing to take, probably. And of course, because it's not green Joker, we can actually discard. Darn. That was hopeful. As always, take the wheel even when it doesn't necessarily benefit you. And by necessarily, I mean, oh boy. It really doesn't. Alright, so with those numbers, we should hopefully have a chance at the upcoming Psychic. Hopefully. Judgment. Yes. That swings things much more in our direction. As in, that much more in our direction. Ooh. That's strong. Flashcard. We can run flashcard. This is sort of a low-cost build, so I'm feeling like we'll get to a place where we can get rolls with flashcard very quickly. take a small $3 loss on that one just because. Turn that into an ace. And admittedly, that's about all we ever necessarily want out of one of those packs. Just let me ace that random thing, and yep. There you go. That's ready in case something comes up that's actually good, which I admit I don't know how confident I am that will, but it could. And just gonna keep pushing these just to try to see if the gold seal will come up. And it did not, but oh well. Oh hey, that's something we need a gold stamp for, but we don't have just yet. I'll take that for when the kings start showing up, which I'm sure they will in a reasonable time. Again, if I'm throwing out this much shit per hand, dang. Nothing to use the strength on and no gold seal ace there. That's... Right, take that. Reroll. Because Paradolia is not playable with this build, that's for sure. It's like the exact opposite of what you want here. Ugh. 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 Alright, now here we can get away with just literally playing single card hands. And take only a minimal loss at best from the tooth. Not exactly a whole lot of extraction going here. We lose some money from the green joker, that's fine. It'll make up for itself sooner rather than later, I'm sure. By that, by that. Alright, skip. Hoping that both of those end up being good. But of course, I won't know until I get there, that's for sure. Almost. I think we're boned. And that shocks me that we are like that. Yeah, so that got a lot faster than I thought it was going to be. Well, anyway, one more attempt here. I guess when I said one more run earlier, I meant one more that actually succeeded. But as you can tell, I haven't been very lucky in that regard. That one has our $7 flush. Fucking hell. This is awful. This is like the worst run that I've seen tonight. Eesh. Just start dumping those. Well, there was a four of a kind, which is kind of neat, but yeah. Take that. It'll hinder me in terms of money a little bit, but that's fine. I can make up for it. Mostly by just fighting back with getting things in very few hands and getting big interest. Unfortunately, Green Joker and Mystic Summit do not work well together at all. Like, kind of the opposite of what you would want. This might be getting sold depending on what we have in the hand at the end here. And yeah, that's out of here. And here's another thing that can help make up for the cost of holding this rental duo. All right. Sell that. Ooh. Quick grab, quick sell. And do this. Shame we didn't get anything out of that, but whatever. It happens. Take the money. Reroll? Nah, not a value. Now here we actually have a pretty good setup because Egg Swashbuckler is fairly strong as a points combo. I just would need to actually get something else over here instead of Riffraff. Because this will just start building up over time and it should scale halfway decently. All right, sell Riffraff, buy the Clown, reroll, Supernova. Okay, yes. Our goal has been to primarily play a lot of basic straights and stuff, so that's not bad. I'm not confident that it's great, but it's not bad either. Although, once again, yes. Here's another build where we're approaching having no new gold stickers unless we find something in a negative, but, well, we'll see where the run takes us, basically. Oh yeah, I gotta remember to discard first. Because otherwise then I have no power behind that thing. I mean, granted, I almost didn't need it, but... in fact, I don't think I did need it. Oh well. Justice. Going here. Yes! That's perfect. It's the exact thing we're looking for. Take that, just in case we need it. tower a random card just to be able to enable getting some higher scoring pairs. Like this. That should add a good chunk to it. Yep. There we go. There's a nice one done there. 122 out of 150 is how many of the Jokers we have at Gold Stake that have the gold sticker on them, which our goal is to try to get to all 150 at some point in order to get an achievement. Although we've bumped that up to 124 as of earlier in the stream, because we won with 2 new ones. Oh, whoops. I didn't do that properly. Yeah, so we've gotten a good chunk of this done. It's just a matter of I need to get the others, and a lot of that is, as you would expect from this game, pure luck. There's a lot of just, like, shuffling through the seeds to see if eventually it'll give you something that is actually useful. Only one hand type, that's pretty easy to do. In fact, I don't know if strength is going to be really a very useful thing for us. So I'll dump that happily. Just dump that for now, because I'd like to avoid being even in the possibility of breaking any of that, because, yeah. Ah, shit. Well, we tried, but unfortunately we were just not scaled high enough. And unfortunately, that wasn't really a great round for a lot of our jokers. So, well, unfortunately, nothing else to round. Yeah, end this one on a positive note. But we did still get a couple of jokers to gold stamp that I don't know that I would have like very easily gotten otherwise, I guess. It would have taken me a lot of effort for at least one of those, namely Luchador. So, yeah, overall, not horrible, but could have gone a lot better. And the game teasing me with that glass joker at the very end there was kind of rude. Although, realistically, I don't know what else I should expect from this game because, yeah.